What's up guys, this is Epton Tech and today I'll be doing a review of the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I had this phone since launch day of last year and I have a couple of thoughts on it. First, let's talk about the cameras. I really appreciate taking photos on this camera. It is way better than my previous phone and I had the 14 Pro Max and it was a good camera back then too. This has three sensors, but they are all 48 megapixels. So usually cameras have like their main camera is like the best, and their ultra wide and zoom cameras are 12 megapixels, and they actually perform worse. And I hate zooming in on those phones. This one has the same camera basically for all three types of angles. So 0.6x and 5x take the same rich, crisp photo as you're taking in a 1x photo. So I appreciate that a lot. The front camera has a little nifty trick it does. So it's a square sensor. What that means is when you're taking a selfie, you know how it's like this vertical rectangle? Instead, you can take a landscape photo. So let me take a quick photo to show the difference. But trying to show you on this camera here, you click this button and it can take much bigger photo horizontally while still holding the photo, like holding the phone upright. So let me just take two quick photos. So as you can see, this was taken on the special landscape mode, and this is how it was taken just with the regular selfie mode. So if you have any other phone, it's going to look like this if you took a selfie. But on the 17, as well as the 17 Pro Max and the Air, you can take this type of photo, which I appreciate. This phone also has 12 gigabytes of RAM. You can leave an app like a music app for 2 days and I come back to it and it's on the same song I paused on. I have never had issues with that, so I appreciate it a lot. It also has a 4800 milliamp hour battery, so you can easily 2-day this phone. I would say around 13 hours of screen on time, but that's a rough estimate. It may change based on your usage. And it also has almost a 7-inch display. I think it's actually 6.9 inches. Very good display. It's 1320 by 2868, so a little under 1440p, but unlike Samsung, they actually don't put it at 1080p out the box. So you're getting that full 1320 resolution right when you use the phone. It also has this, I don't know how to explain it. This is on the 16 Pro too. The display is very like rich. The colors feel a little like warmer, kind of like a dream, and I felt like it helped looking at this phone a lot easier. I know it has the true tone, but I'm having a hard time explaining it. But the display looks very good in person, and it does look better than the Samsung Galaxy S25, which I am using the S25 Ultra to record this video. Though both phones are good, it's just I feel like this phone is a little bit above. Also, I'd like to note that it does have like the downside, which is the price. It is $1,200. Now you can spend a couple $100 less and get the regular iPhone 17, and the only thing you're missing out on is that third 5x camera. Everything else is the same, but it is 6.3 inches instead of 6.9. But that may be a pro. I mean, sometimes I'm in the gym and this phone falls right out my pocket because it can barely fit how huge this phone is. I'm used to that because I used to have the 14 Pro Max, which was also big and actually heavier than this phone. But I would keep that in mind when buying this phone because the size is quite big. But those are like the main things. I'd also add that the always on display is a pretty cool feature. I have friends that actually turn this off right out the box, but I appreciate it and it doesn't take too much of my battery. I leave it on for years, probably until my phone goes below 80% battery health. I might turn it off, but it's very clear. It's very bright, always on display. Never had issues with this phone on or off and using it GPS. It's always bright, so I never had issues with that. But those are the main things I would say about this phone. Now, when it comes to deciding, oh, I want to upgrade this phone, which phone should I upgrade from? If you have the iPhone 12 or 13, I would say this is a very good upgrade. It is a 120 hertz display, very good cameras, very good battery life, and only can see positives to upgrading from those phones. If you have the iPhone 14 Pro, 15 Pro, 16 Pro, I would not upgrade. The only reason I upgrade from the 14 Pro Max was because it had water damage. But I was perfectly happy with that phone. and it was very good for my use cases. I know I nitpicked about this display is better and this camera is better, but altogether, that phone was also very good, and you have to do some pixel peeping to tell the big differences. Though I would say that I did appreciate this phone compared to other Androids I've used. And I did a review of this S25 Ultra, and I would say in the display department, I think this screen looks better, in my opinion. Also, I think the camera takes better photos as well as better videos, but it's also subjective. I didn't do the S25 Ultra video, and I recorded it on the 17 Pro Max. So if you want to go to that video to see how that one takes this video, then you can compare the two. But yeah, so the iPhone review is recorded on the S25 Ultra. The Samsung S25 Ultra video is recorded on the 17 Pro Max. So you'll be able to compare the two. And I did take the same photo of this plushie, so you can compare that too if you want to see the differences between the photos and the quality and stuff like that. But altogether, that's my review of the iPhone 17 Pro Max after using it for a couple of months. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. And as always, peace out.